It has finally popped. Your DRAM and GPUs are saved for now. In OpenAI, they have cut spending projections from 1.4 trillion down to 600 billion in spending by 2030. That's over a 60% decrease in spending and a massive pop to the RAM speculation. I saw this coming. It's just not feasible to spend more money than the GDP of South Korea when they haven't even gotten profitable yet. That means, just to illustrate the number of $1.4 trillion, that means all the K-pop, K-dramas, Samsung, LG, and Hyundai combined, all of them, okay? That's more value than all that stuff combined. And if anybody seriously thought that a company would make that much money, then they better be able to autonomously solve cancer and aging. But until we have video generators into production-ready world models, I wouldn't expect that anytime soon. In Google, they have spent around like $100 billion. While OpenAI planned to spend almost double to triple that with the massive trust me bro vibes to investors. And it's very difficult for them to raise funding because the only ones that are able to write the checks besides the public stock market is the biggest benefactors of a continued AI boom like Nvidia and Oracle. And now it seems things are more grounded into reality. Now, some of y'all may be thinking that OpenAI is burning to the ground, but that's far from the truth. Anyone who has been around the block knows that companies like Amazon were just as big, if not bigger, of a cash furnace than OpenAI is.
People used to say Amazon is amazing, and now they say, isn't it amazing that Amazon's losing so much money?
Well, we are a famously unprofitable company, and that is a conscious strategy and an investment decision. And we've always had a lot of controversy surrounding the company. We've been Amazon.con, Amazon.toast, Amazon.bomb, and my personal favorite, Amazon.org, because we're clearly a not-for-profit company.
And it's just like the quote-unquote AI bubble. Amazon, they had massive capital expenditures and was frequently referred to as the dot-com zombie. Every retailer was hoping for this dot-com bubble to pop and no longer have any more e-commerce. Amid all this resentment from classic retailers, Amazon was labeled as the prime symbol of the waste of the dot-com era. They spent almost all their revenue back into business growth, nothing but losses for most of its existence, and everybody thought they were going to run out of cash. Here's a quote from Jeff Bezos. This sounds very similar, right? Oh no, OpenAI reportedly run out of cash by mid-2027. Okay. Dot-com bubble popped, Amazon stock dropped 90%, then Amazon pivoted. It led them to create something very useful called AWS, where their idle compute turned into money printing data centers. Then the profits from AWS subsidized the cash incinerator called Amazon. And people who are insistent on normal retailing thought e-commerce people were lazy and that it wasted way too much of the environment's resources, and there's nothing but slop products inside of Amazon beyond books. And by the time the internet became widely distributed, Amazon then became the Walmart of the internet. The same thing can happen for OpenAI, but they need that financial pressure to build useful stuff people will actually pay for, rather than building tools for automated spam on social media. And I think this spending cut will likely be a sigh of relief for other game companies and suppliers who are struggling to find DRAM. With OpenAI owning 40% of the global DRAM supply, I think this might force OpenAI to sell all that DRAM they hoarded to be sold back for cheap. Not all of it, but definitely a significant enough portion to affect the market. I think most of the AI speculation has finally popped, and we are now in an era where AI companies can't just randomly justify massive bills. Creditors refusing OpenAI's pleas for more money is a sign that the hype has died off, and you can most likely in a couple months actually be able to afford your gaming PC build if no investor comes in to fill in OpenAI's money incinerator. Don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts down below.